Hi, I'm Rob and welcome to the Gems of War spoilers. Lots of cool stuff happening next week, so stay tuned for that. Also, last chance to grab the Vulpine Mage from the Glory Shop. Make sure you grab it. Very interesting spell. Choose one, create 9 green gems or destroy 9 green gems. And speaking of green and jealous things, what do you call a jealous container? An envelope. Oh yeah. Anyway, I told my girlfriend the other day that she painted on her eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised. So yeah, lots of cool stuff happening next week in Gems of War, but starting Monday we get the traditional new Soul Forge. I'll be doing my Soul Forge video on that, going into the Soul Forge, telling you what I think are the best weapons and the best troops to craft from there. Also on Monday, of course, we have a new Spire. I might actually mix Spire in with this Soul Forge video. I did that over the New Year, the Christmas period, and it got kind of roughly the same views as the Soul Forge video and the Spire video combined normally. So I might experiment and pop it in there with the Soul Forge video, see how that does, see what people think. Do you prefer it as a mixed video? So there's only 3 videos on a Monday, so you got less things to jump around and go backwards and forwards to, or do you like them separate? Let me know in the comments. But either way, I'll be showing you my Spire team on Monday, hopefully a team good enough to blast through the Spire quickly and easily. And it's also the continuation of the current campaign, of course. Let's see what we got. On the free pass, we just have some keys, we have some cursed walnuts, and yeah, that's about it. So nothing fantastic in the free pass, and a different array of stuff in the elite pass, which is the first paid for pass. Of course, you get all the stuff from the free pass at the same time, but you get a book of deeds at the end there, and some pet food. So nothing really special at all in the campaign pass next week, apart from a new pet. New pets are always good. This one is a cosmetic pet, so it doesn't have any benefit to stats or anything like that, but always worth picking up because you can reach a point in the game very easily where you are pet blocked on kingdoms, which is basically where you need a certain amount of pets from a certain kingdom leveled up to progress your game. So make sure you grab it. One of the main things happening next week is Journey. There's another major event happening. That's a little bit later on in the video. But yep, we have a new Journey event. But things are changing slightly, and it's regarding these Pathfinder troops. Now this one here is Edelwing, and the spell is actually slightly different. In fact, it's quite a lot different, in fact, from the usual Pathfinder spell. Normally, these Pathfinders created 3 gems of whatever colour was relevant to them, and then created 3 more for each of whatever troop required to make more of the same colour. So you could create a loopy effect, they could self-charge and do it again, like Charlestonny, Todd Greenwood, Secret Darkwood. Certain colours, certain teams, you could just make sure you just looped and looped, and that's how they worked. So the spell this time has changed. It's deal magic plus 4 damage to an enemy, then create 2 brown gems boosted by beast allies at a 2 times ratio. Before, for these Pathfinder troops, that was create 3 gems, and the boost was times 3. So if you had all the correct troops on your team, you would create 12 gems, plus that initial 3, 15. I mean, now that is just a total of 10 gems. So that is very, very different. Now this is going to make Journey quite interesting, and it potentially could make it much harder to complete or get 20,000 miles on if you're still chasing that achievement or trophy. And the thing is, in Journey, you get the maximum amount of miles by completing a battle in 10 turns or less. And your turn is basically your moves, including extra turns, start to finish, the enemy's turn, start to finish, and then it comes back to you. That is 1 complete turn. So you have to do that in 10 or less. So with this less reliable looping troop, that's going to be more tricky to do. Be really interesting. But I don't think it's anything to actually panic about. I think this is something which was going to happen eventually to the Journey troops. I think the other Journey troops are going to remain the same. I don't think they're going to get downgraded to the same level as this one. I think this is something which was inevitable in a way, because I thought of this a little while ago when Journey was actually on about the 3rd troop we got. I thought if they keep on doing Journey events and keep on doing these same Pathfinder troops with the same ability to generate so much mana, it's going to eventually just break the game, because all people will need to do is pick a certain type of troop on a certain colour on a certain day of a certain type, and it will eventually just be the only team you need to do anything. So these Pathfinder troops needed to be changed, So the ones we get from now on, I think, are going to be more like Edelwing in the way that it's downgraded on its generation of colour. But I don't think it's going to mean that the ones we've got existing already are going to get downgraded in the same way. I think they're going to just stay the same. So I don't think there's anything to panic about on that. But let's take a look at the traits. Eagle Eye, place Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing skull damage. Second one is Agile, 20% chance to dodge skull damage. And the third one is Pathfinder, 2 to 3 times miles in my journey event based on my ascensions. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this change to these journey troops. To me, it was something which was basically inevitable and kind of had to happen eventually. Monday also means a new set of epic trials, and Forest of Thorns is up next. I'll be showing you my team order and strategy on Monday, hopefully to get us through the Forest of Thorns with the minimum of fuss. The Kingdom of the Week next week is the Forest of Thorns, and you can take advantage of this by opening your event chests. The current Kingdom of the Week is Valpatia, so when you open your event chest, you can only possibly get troops from Valpatia. So to make the most of this next week, what you can do is go to your collection, go to Kingdoms, scroll down to Forest of Thorns. There it is. You can go to Show All or Show Unowned. I always go to Show All. And this brings up all the troops from Forest of Thorns, and if anybody's greyed out, it means you are missing that troop. So by opening your event chests next week, you can get any troops which are greyed out, which you may be missing. Certain ones are unobtainable though, like this one here is one of the ones that's available from the Under Spire. You can't get that. That's earned in a different way, but all these standard ones you have a chance of getting, which is really cool. You can take it one stage further. If you go to base rarity, this will pop the mythics to the top, and there's some couple of good ones here. King Bloodwood, Yasmin's Chosen, pretty decent. So if you're missing any of these mythics, by opening your event chests next week, you stand a chance of getting one. On Tuesday, we have a faction assault in the Primal Rift. We're showing you a core team for that, so a good chance to open some more portals if you need any more troops from here. Get that horde level up if you need to, and work that delve towards level 500. Totally worth doing. As your renown increases, you get global stats to all your troops, so certainly worth doing these underworld factions. Do not ignore them. Wednesday means pet rescue time, and Huang Long's foal needs rescuing. Gives skill points to Huang Long, so always good to get those. Pick them up anyway. Pets are going to aid your kingdom progression in the long run. Also on Wednesday sees the continuation of my Faction 500 series, a series where I show how I do each and every faction in the underworld on the hardest level 500 using the faction team. So if you're still working on the underworld, hit that like and subscribe button, because this is a really cool series which is helping out a lot of people. On Thursday, it's class trial time in Archer class. Really good classes, so use it a lot. Start battles with 50% mana is really good. Bullseye, 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal. High level opponents with tons of stats, doesn't matter, still got a chance to absolutely kill them outright with Bullseye, really good. Some cool talent trees as well. Hunter's Mark, a random enemy on 4 or 5 of a kind. This one depends upon which weapon you're using. Root Trap, really good. Entangle the first enemy at the start of battle works really well with that Bullseye, because you can go for like a skull based team on this and see if that 15% chance for Bullseye comes in while making sure the enemy is root trapped at the same time. Chance of a backup, or you can have a Leaf Storm. Some really good stuff in this, so certainly worth getting leveled up all the way. And on Fridays, something else exciting happening. We're getting a new Underworld faction, Nightmare Circus, and at the same time a new troop to use at the same time. Fire Juggler deals magic +3 damage to 4 random enemies, boosted by Terror Gems, a 1-to-1 ratio, using red and purple mana colours, mana cost of 13. First trait is Deep Magic, gain 5 magic when attacking delves. Second one is Fireproof, immune to burning and fairy fire. And third one is Agile, 20% chance to dodge skull damage. So there you go, there's the spoilers next week for PC, mobile, Xbox and PlayStation systems. As ever, some of those things can change at a moment's notice, so just saying that just in case they do. Let me know what you think about some of these things in the comments, particularly about that Pathfinder downgrading spell. I don't think it's going to be a big deal in the long run, but it will make the journey event slightly more tricky to do with a high score, I think, or without dropping miles at least. But there it is. If you enjoyed this video, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.